It lies in perfect isolation in the South Pacific. This island of paradise, a mere dot in the ocean, yet offering a place of exquisite beauty and serenity, where time seems to stand still amidst its rolling green hills, craggy cliff faces, and towering pines. Where the many colours of the sea wash onto sandy beaches, free from the crowds and the pollution of the more crowded world outside. Yet this beautiful island of tranquility and contrasts also holds secrets of another time. A time that's far removed from today, when it became known as the site for one of the most feared penal colonies in the British Empire. Pages of history relived today in a realistic reenactment of that era in the Sound and Light Show.
If they have the cursed dysentery that affects so many of the new arrivals after their ship voyages, they stand not an even chance of surviving. When this building was planned, those responsible quite overlooked the need for a kitchen or a dead house. So in order to accommodate these in the dispensary, there are now only 4 wards, and in each one are 10 pellet mattresses on low iron beds.
The realistic Sound and Light Show depicts not only conditions for convicts, but also those faced by others living there.
We plead to you on your throne of mercy that you extend to this your faithful servant remission and divine grace.
The penal colony was established here on the edge of Sydney Bay in 1825, after the first attempt to form a settlement ended in failure some 11 years earlier. Although these structures owe their longevity to the builders and the stonemasons of that time, the penal colony became so harsh it became known as the place of extremist punishment short of death. Unfortunately, however, many prisoners remain behind forever, and these gravestones are a grim reminder of the harsh penalties of that convict era.
This mound is a mass grave. Originally it was a saw pit from the days when they used to cut the giant Norfolk Island pine and cut it up over a saw pit. Now they've used it, well, they used it in this time in the 1800s in this penal settlement as a mass grave for convicts that were executed for mutiny on this island.
At its peak, the settlement's 2 jails here housed 2,000 prisoners, most of them confined to tiny cells, while in contrast, the soldiers and officers of the time lived in far more elegant quarters, with even the luxury of a bath available for some. Government officers and jail superintendents and their families were also well accommodated in these homes, now known as Quality Row. In 1856, descendants of the Bounty mutineers sailed from Pitcairn Island to form the 3rd and present settlement on Norfolk, and today 1/3 of the islanders still carry their names. The island is also the home for world-renowned author Colleen McCulloch, who lives in this magnificent home and has become one of Norfolk's most avid supporters.
Well, I think Norfolk Island is the kind of place that has something very special to offer for people. If peace and quiet and beauty is what you're looking for, and a sort of, you don't have to worry about foreign languages. They speak their own tongue, but they all speak English, and they really make everybody very welcome. I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Norfolk draws some 30,000 tourists each year from many parts of the world. And although the island measures a mere 9 kilometres across at its widest point, its subtropical climate and the unlimited scenery brings many back time and time again. After all, where else could you find such peace, scenery, entertainment and history for a holiday with quite a difference? Apart from daily tours operating around the island in comfortable buses, hire cars and taxis are readily available, while others may prefer to cycle around the island or just walk through the magnificent bushland, inspecting some of the national parks that cover 10% of Norfolk. Boat cruises too are also popular, enabling visitors to explore the coastline and offshore Phillip Island. Although Norfolk comes under the authority of Australia, its special powers enable its 9-member Legislative Assembly and Administrator to govern the island and to set most of the laws, giving the island autonomy over 48 items in all, including such important ones as revenue raising, communications, roads and surface transport. Unlike many tourist havens, however, restrictions for visitors are few, offering a relaxed atmosphere free of worries and hindrances for holiday makers. Today, the common language spoken is English, although at times one may be just lucky enough to hear original Pitcairn Islander descendants conversing in their own quaint dialect.
Hello Archie, how are you this morning?
Good, thanks Lyle. What the way are you?
I see you got one bus full of tourists this morning.
We got quite plenty Solon years that come here, look about, and one in bus, isn't it?
Oh, that's good. How much you got on our bus this morning?
We got 29.
29?
29 Solon.
Oh, well, that's good. I suppose our tourism carrying on quite well for this time of the year.
Well, Norfolk Island is a good sight for good, bro.
No sight bad, huh?
Yeah, you're right. You got it.
And say, Dolly, going from you?
We're just going to look about. It's just general half-day tour for giving Solon a look about. And
all right, you're only going out to our chapel in up Mount Pitt?
yeah.
Norfolk Island was named by Captain James Cook near this location in 1774. He took possession of the island and honoured the then Duchess of Norfolk with the title. It was said he was so moved by the island's beauty that he entered the uninhabited island in his journal as simply Paradise. Colonial-style architecture is predominant at Norfolk, with great care taken by the administration to ensure all buildings abide by a strict code to blend in with the island's atmosphere. The main community hall and the important Visitors Information Bureau are classic examples. The guidelines apply equally to accommodation facilities, which range from the beautifully appointed resort-styled hotels such as the South Pacific and the Colonial, which offer superb facilities and amenities at a reasonable price. Others may prefer to stay at one of the many guest houses or motels, or perhaps enjoy views like this from hillside apartments, designed for either couples or families, many with private facilities. In all, the island has nearly 1,300 beds, as well as 40 restaurants and eating places. This beautifully maintained and historical church remains a constant reminder to both tourists and locals of the strong links Norfolk has had with other parts of the Pacific in training missionaries.
The idea of setting up a missionary college here was to train up the missionaries from the Western Pacific Islanders. They'd go on these recruiting voyages. They had their own ship called the Southern Cross, and they'd go around and recruit the natives, bring them down here and educate them, teach them farming skills and carpentry and needlework, but in particular it was to teach them the gospel.
of the big benefits for tourists on Norfolk is shopping. With only a small duty on imported goods and no sales tax, there are bargains galore in items ranging from electronics to clothing, and particularly for cosmetics and perfumes. The main business centre is named Burnt Pine and features a variety of stores. All liquor is sold from a special bond store, with visitors receiving special discounts. All types of sports are available for visitors, from golf and bowls to this specially built skateboard ramp for the younger ones. The beautiful beaches and offshore reefs are ideal for swimming and surfing, with no less than 30 dive sites located around the island, offering plenty for those keen to explore the clear, warm waters and its marine life. The safest beaches are at historical Kingston, and it's here you can easily laze away a pleasant afternoon or morning. The waters surrounding Norfolk offer some of the best fishing grounds in the South Pacific, with red emperor, snapper and kingfish, just 3 of the abundant variety available. Yes, Norfolk is truly a sporting and leisure paradise. This unique area is on property granted to Pitcairn Islander Emily Christian, great-granddaughter of Fletcher Christian, and now managed by her granddaughter Mari. Apart from the steam engines and memorabilia at the special museum on display, Mari has developed a modern-day version of the Bounty, which offers tourists the chance to ride in her without getting their feet wet, and anything else for that matter. A well-known island identity, Mari has seen tourism develop from its early stages to the major role it now plays in the community.
Well, it was a one-man operation at the Tourist Bureau, and we only had a plane once a week from New Zealand and once a fortnight from Sydney.
Must have been a struggle then.
It was a bit of a struggle. We had, 640 odd visitors a year. Well, now it's about 25,000, 30,000.
Well, where do you think the turning point came?
Oh, probably about 20 years ago it started to pick up. And I think also Norfolk was, and with the airport and, the upgrading of the airport made a difference, the runways. But otherwise it's just gradually grown. People have got to know about it, I think.
And you're still heavily involved in the tourist trade, obviously.
Yes, I sold the buses, but I do walking tours now instead of driving tours.
There are many other museums and establishments on Norfolk, where parts of its heritage and history can be seen. Norfolk Island pines are not only world famous, their seeds have become a very important part of the island's export trade. Originally they were cut down for boat masts, but they were too soft for this purpose. Another export from Norfolk are Kentia palm seeds. Picked between March and April, they're eagerly sought after by a number of overseas countries.
The industry started many years ago, and it has been, a lot of people has grown a lot of palm trees in the past, and there's a good income from the trees.
This the only place they're grown?
No, the Lord Howe Island palm tree, and the Lord Howe Island still grows a lot of them, but the germination, I believe, I understand, is quite low, but the germination on Norfolk is quite high. I think right about 98% germination.
The rich, fertile soil also grows fruit and vegetables for the islanders, as well as provide food for the livestock that roam through the hills and paddocks on Norfolk. cows roam freely across the paddocks and roadways of the island and have right of way at all times, while other birds and animals too enjoy a freedom rarely seen in communities. It's all part of that something special about the atmosphere of Norfolk. An all-weather airstrip gives Norfolk an excellent access to and from the mainlands of Australia and New Zealand, as well as charter flights from Noumea and other parts of the South Pacific. Entry to the island for tourists is kept simple and informal, and while a passport is necessary, visas are not, for a stay of up to 30 days. These, however, can be extended in most cases if required. If you like driving, you'll find plenty of places to visit on this fascinating island, and you'll find few restrictions for the motorist with a current driving licence all that's required. There are no extraordinary road rules either, with comfortable speed limits ranging from 30 to 50 kilometres an hour. And don't forget, someone special has right of way.
From 1983, that's Yes and Owner of A Lonely Heart. They were back to back with Split Ends, and one of the last songs they produced before they split up, One Mouth Is Fed. It's 10 minutes to 5 here on 209 Norfolk Island Radio, transmitting on 1566 kilohertz in the AM band and 93.9 megahertz in the FM band.
Community Radio VL2NI is a key communications link for islanders, relaying music, local news and events, as well as entertainment through the airwaves daily. Norfolk is also well served by full ISD dialling, putting anyone in touch with most overseas countries instantly. Because of its attraction through its natural beauty and environment, great care is taken on Norfolk to keep it this way, even down to this special waste disposal area, specially designed to ensure no harm is done to the island's ecology. Norfolk's subtropical climate, together with its beautiful beaches and scenery, lends itself to a wonderfully relaxed atmosphere, one that's been discovered by many young honeymooners anxious to get away from the madding crowd. Equally, it's a getaway for others seeking somewhere special to either relax or just to enjoy its many varied locations and attractions.
Well, it's the safest place I've ever been to, a place that you can drive around and leave your keys in the ignition, groceries on the back seat and don't have to worry about it, or you can go like I did to the local baker the other day and I asked for what I wanted and he said, oh, the cash tin's on the desk there, just put your money in it.
Most visitors to this paradise in the Pacific agree that Norfolk is more than just a stopover. It's a place where one can lose all trace of time, and for this reason stay on for just that little bit longer to enjoy its special qualities.